Hi there, welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about the gold leaf electroscope. Now, what is the gold leaf electroscope? It is an instrument that is fundamentally used to test for the presence of charge on a body. All right, so that's the major function of a gold leaf electroscope, or an electroscope basically. It has the following body parts: a brass cap that's connected to a brass rod, then the gold leaf, and then the earthen plate, the earthen conducting plate here. This is the earthen wire, and this is the conducting plate here. All right, so what happens is that the gold leaf is able to conduct, is able to detect whether a body is charged or not when the body is brought close to this brass cap. Okay, now what are the functions? It can detect the presence of charges on the body. That was the major function that I said. Then it can also test the sign of the charge on the body. I'm going to explain how it does that. Then, of course, also test the insulating properties of various substances. Okay, how much substances quickly give up their charges or hold on to their charges. Then it also measures the magnitude of the charge possessed by a body. Yeah, that one is for a calibrated electroscope. A calibrated electroscope. So if it's not calibrated, you cannot use it to measure the magnitude of the charge that the body possesses. Okay, so now how does it help to detect charge first? Now, assuming that, or given that this electroscope is already charged, yes, we must also charge the electroscope. You can either charge, because the electroscope contains a conductor, so you can either charge by induction induction or conduction, which I have explained in the previous video. So do well to see that video. So let's assume this our guy is already charged. Okay. Now, if you bring a metal rod close to this guy, and you don't know if the metal rod is charged or not, and you want to know the kind of charge first, to know if it is charged, you are going to see this leaf deflect. Is that clear? Now, if the leaf deflects largely enough away from each other enough, then it is telling you that the gold leaf, possesses the same charge as the one on this rod that is brought close to it. Does that make sense? Simply bring the charge close to it, and if it is equal charge, that is on both of them, then the charge will deflect, the gold leaf will deflect away from each other a lot. But if they don't, will diverge, that's what I mean, diverge from each other. But if the charge on it is the opposite, so let's say there was positive charges on this guy, and actually this guy has been charged with positive charges, then you see it diverge a lot from each other. Okay? But so to tell you that they are all positive charges, they are both positive charges. But if the charge on this guy were the opposite, so let's say there were a negative charge on this guy, the moment you bring it close to this guy, the divergence will be reduced, will be diminished, will come close to each other, might not collapse. The only reason for this thing to collapse together is when the number of negative charges is exactly equal to the number of positive charges on this gold leaf. Is it clear? What will happen is that if there is an opposite charge, it will diminish, the divergence will diminish, they become closer to each other, to show you that it is opposite charge that is brought close to the metal cap. But the moment it collapses, then it means that the number of charges on this guy is equal and opposite to the number of charge on the body that is brought close to it. So that is how the gold leaf electroscope works. Do well to subscribe to the channel and click the bell notification to get notified whenever I drop a new video, and see the video I've released on electrostatics and calculations. God bless you.